You're listening to Will County's News Talk Sports 1340 WJA. Well, it's time for Money Talk, brought to you by NuMark Credit Union. How to build a budget be the topic of today's conversation. I'd like to remind you that you can grow your money your way. NuMark Credit Union is offering a 4.25 APY for terms of 13 months. That's a CD IRA special. Act now available only for a limited time. Other rates and terms are available. Federally insured by NCUA. 815-729-3211, or visit a NuMark office near you. NuMark Credit Union, where you are family. Would also like to remind you that at the end of the show today, going to give away a $25 Visa gift card, compliments of NuMark Credit Union. All you need to do is stay tuned, listen to our experts here today, and then you will not only get some great information, but you could win a $25 Visa gift card. Let us say good morning to a couple of branch managers from NuMark Credit Union. Marina Mendoza. Hello, Marina. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm doing good, Scott. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Thanks for coming on. And Noemi Adams is a branch manager as well. Hello there, Noemi. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. Thank you both so much for braving these frigid temperatures and coming on the program. By the way, minus 23 wind chill in Joliet today, just to give you a little idea of how cold it is. But it's good to see you two could make it into work today, right?
Yes.
Got to be
Cold
dedicated.
but warm.
Got to be dedicated. Absolutely so. And hopefully you had remote starters on your cars if you don't have a garage. Both you good?
Right.
Both you good with that?
Yes, we do have one.
Okay, good. Thank goodness. All right, so today we're going to kick off the new year talking about how to build a budget. Very, very important. Let's first meet Marina here and Noemi. So, Marina, let's start with you. Tell us a little bit about your role at the credit union and how long you've been a part of the family there.
Absolutely, Scott. So I've been with NuMark it's going to be 6 years in February now. Wonderful 6 years. My role here at the credit union, it started off as a teller, and I worked my way up by learning a lot by the resources NuMark has given me, and I am now the branch manager for Aurora. So I've been in Aurora for 6 years, hopefully now in February.
Very cool. Oh, and don't forget, it's Restaurant Week in Aurora this week and next week. Just a little heads up, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure you knew that. Noemi, tell everybody a little bit about yourself. How long have you been with NuMark?
Hi, I've been with NuMark for 4 years. It's coming up April, and I'm the branch manager of Plainfield. I've done various roles at NuMark, starting from teller to lender, trainer, but now I've worked my way up to branch manager as well.
All right. You guys are shooting up the corporate ladder. Congratulations to both of you. Well done. So today we're going to talk budgets. And let me get your personal thoughts. Noemi, let's start with you. Why should someone do a budget in your eyes? And Marina, will ask you the same question.
I would say a budget is super important because having a healthy, balanced budget lifestyle, it always keeps you really focused. But I would say the first part, it helps you live within your means, and it also helps you pay down debt. And then also it helps you save for future and emergencies that happen, because we don't expect those ever.
Yeah, absolutely you don't. Marina, what about you? What are some of the things that, go on in your mind when you start thinking about, should I do a budget or not?
Just like how life is, Scott, sometimes you think a budget is not needed because you want to live life, you want to splurge a little. But for me, it has also, like Noemi mentioned, it helps me live within my means. And that really means a lot to not just me, but my family, the people involved, my friends and close people around me, so that if they are ever in an emergency or have to, purchase something big, I can, help them contribute there as well. Yeah,
absolutely. And I know you want to have fun and live a little bit, but at the same time, you've got to keep an eye on the future, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you certainly do.
Absolutely.
Let's get into a couple of words people may think they know, but maybe they don't. These are very important. Let's talk net income and gross income. And this is very important. And knowing the difference could mean a lot, because you're going to ask these questions when people come in. What's your net income? And you may give them one number, and then you look at them and go, no, that's your gross, or you know what I mean, or vice versa. So let's talk a little bit about the difference between net and gross.
Okay, so I would say it's really important for your budget to know the difference. So with net income, your taxes have already been deducted, so that's money that's available to you to use. As far as like if you look at your pay stub, that's the money at the bottom that's available. If you use your gross income, you're budgeting money that's unavailable to use.
Right. And when you go get it, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Marina.
Oh, sorry. Yes, your gross income is the amount of money you earn before taxes, benefits, and any other payroll deduction. It just helps you understand your overall wage.
Right. Absolutely. And that's important. You guys take that into account, don't you, Noemi? When you're giving people a loan, when the debt to income ratio, that's part of it too, or no?
Yes, it is. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you guys go with net income as opposed to gross?
We go based off of gross.
Okay, you do go based off growth. Okay, good. But as you said, though, it's important when you are budgeting to realize what you have available, not what you think you have, if that makes sense. So hopefully everybody understands the difference between net and gross. So then the big question is, and again, we'll hit on both of you for this one. How do you decide what to spend money on? What's the first thing when you get that check you should do with the money to make sure that you're okay?
What you should be thinking about is your needs versus your wants. And this is a very important part when you get that first paycheck, because your needs are like paying your bills, your insurance, your groceries, your utilities. And your wants are your entertainment, your coffee in the morning, your eating out. So definitely you want to separate those two.
Right. Absolutely. And Noemi, I've always heard also people say, first and foremost, take care of your mortgage or your rent, because at the end of the day, got to have a place to live.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Guys, let's talk a little bit about the 50, 30, and 20 rule. And what does that have to do with creating a budget? I don't know if I'm familiar with the 50, 30, 20.
So, Scott, the 50, 30, 20 rule, it means no more than 50% of your income should be spent on needs, no more than 30% of income on wants, and the 20% of income should be spent on your savings or for a debt repayment. Okay.
So again, 50 would be your needs, like the aforementioned rent or mortgage payment, right? Absolutely. And electrical bill and food, stuff like that. 30 for your wants. Gosh, I wish that number could be higher. And then 20 on just paying down whatever you need to pay down or putting money in the bank. It's funny you said 20. My daughter just started a job, got out of college, started a job. And I said, I called her up after about 2 months after she was on her own. I go, hey, hon, you okay? Everything, you're able to pay your bills? Because she had to move out of state and everything like that. She goes, yeah, I'm fine. I'm like, and she's even like, and I don't know how we got on the subject of savings. She goes, yeah, and I'm putting some money in the bank. Well, how much you been able to put away? And she told me, and I'm like, how'd you put that much money away already? She goes, well, I'm saving 20% of every paycheck. And I was like, whoa, there aren't too many 23-year-olds that would save 20% of their paycheck. So I was super proud of her. So that number, 20%, Noemi, you're exactly right. That's a good number if you can get there.
That's amazing. Yes, and sometimes it seems like 50, 30, 20 it's an odd kind of percentage, but like you said, 20% it's a huge it's a huge ability to save.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And that adds up. That adds up quickly. That is for sure. We're talking today with Marina Mendoza and Noemi Adams. They are the branch managers of NuMark Credit Union, Aurora, and Plainfield. We're talking about budgeting, giving away a $25 Visa gift card coming up here in just a couple of moments. All right, avalanche method and snowball method. Tell us about that. I'm guessing those two methods have to do with paying down debt.
Yeah, these are my absolute favorite. So they're debt repayment techniques that people use in order to like really maintain their budget, but also pay debt down at the same time. So the difference between the two is the avalanche chooses the highest interest rate to pay off first, like a credit card. So if you have a 29% credit card, and the interest is like, once you see those interest charges, it's just a significant amount. Those attack those first. Whether a snowball chooses the loan with the smallest balance to pay off first. So like if you had like a personal loan that was like $5,000, but you had a credit card that had like $1,000, you know, you're using the smaller payment. You're taking like the $25 payment. Once you take that, you finish that $25 or that $1,000 balance, and you move that minimum payment to the next loan or credit card.
Okay, all right, and get rid of that debt as fast as you can, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's talk about tracking our expenses. This is important. It's always better to see what you're doing as opposed to not seeing what you're doing. With people now with electronic banking, most Americans, and I would say probably 90 whatever percent, do not balance checkbooks manually anymore. So looking at your expenses isn't, you would think it wouldn't be as easy, but it certainly is with online banking. It's a great way, isn't it?
Yes. Yep. With us, I mean, there's a couple different ways that you can track your expenses. You know, you can take a blank piece of paper and a pen, just do it the old-fashioned way. We also have a product on our online banking. It's a money management tool that members can use, and that's pretty exciting. I love it. But also, like for me personally, I use both. I use the NuMark tracking, and then I'm obsessed with Excel, so I love doing like spreadsheets for myself. So that's my favorite way to track my expenses.
Good. What about you?
For me, it's also old-fashioned. For example, I write down, all my bills and everything on my phone. Actually, I love using calendar, and that way every morning I wake up, I know what bill is getting paid. I know when my payroll's hitting, and that helps me track my expenses.
Nice, very, very nice. Okay. Let's get into staying true to your budget. So we've heard this information. Now we're motivated. Now, thanks to you ladies, we have a grand plan put in place. But at the end of the day, it's still up to ourselves. Okay? Noemi, you go first. How should or how could you stay true to your budget?
The biggest one, if you're a swiper, like a debit card swiper, I would say that the best thing, if you want to use your I call them variable expenses. It's like payments, or like not payments, but things that change. Grocery, maybe you have to up your grocery budget, but using envelopes, like cash envelopes for each spending category, like, grocery, eating out, anything that you feel like is like a variable expense is what I like to call it. That would be a big one. And then taking advantage of automatic savings. So if you have a savings goal, if you set it automatically, you just set it and forget it, and you know that you'll obtain your goal because it's automatically being transferred.
Awesome.
And then I'm going to transfer the next one to Marina.
That's right, Marina. What you got?
For me, it's also getting discounts, finding the best deals out there. Kind of when I'm shopping, I like to look for any discounts if it's online. There's a lot of websites now, and also credit cards do give you cash back and give you discounts on your purchases. Mm-hmm. So really utilizing those helps me stay in my budget. And then the other one is simply discipline. Limit spending, cut your expenses where you can. And for me, I have done this where I set like a $100 limit, and that is what I set it up. With the NuMark mobile app, you can also do that. We have card control, and you can, have it where it notifies you if you have spent $100 or if you spent over that.
Good.
And I really like that. It has to keep me on track.
That's a really, really good idea. All right, ladies, how can we get this started? How can NuMark help the listeners get this budget started? What do you guys got for us?
We definitely have resources on our website, newmarkcu.org, and then search financial education. There's a lot of information, a lot of good tips. I definitely recommend it. I've looked at it myself, so that's 100% what I would recommend.
Okay. All right. Well, that was awesome. Good time because we're doing these New Year's resolutions. Some of them have already been blown up. I won't tell you which ones. Some of them are still in play, so that's a good thing. And definitely building a budget is one of those things. Marina Mendoza, Noemi Adams, thank you very much, ladies, for coming on this morning. We greatly appreciate your time.
Thank you so much for having us.
All right, take care, ladies. We appreciate that. Hey, grow your money your way. NuMark Credit Union is offering a 4.25 APY for terms of 13 months. It's a CD and IRA special. Act now available only for a limited time. Other rates and terms are available. Federally insured by NCUA. Call 815-729-3211 or visit a NuMark office near you. NuMark Credit Union, where you are family. Okay, I got a $25 gift card right now. $25 going to go in your pocket if you're the first correct caller on the Turk Furniture Studio line, 815-254-7300. Again, that's 815-254-7300. We had Noemi and Marina on. They were both branch managers. Name one of the branches that they were branch managers of. We said it at least twice, if not 3 times. One of them was from one town. One of them was from another. Let's go right to the phones. Hi, good morning. You're on WJOL. Who am I speaking to?
Don.
Hi, Don. Where are you calling from today?
Joliet.
All right, Don from Joliet. Marina, Noemi, give me one town where they were branch managers in.
Aurora.
Aurora is exactly right. That was Marina. Congratulations, Don. Now, the best part is, other than the fact that you won $25, is you don't have to drive to Aurora to pick it up. You can just go right to the branch in Crest Hill. How about that?
Awesome. Thank you.
Hey, thanks for listening, pal. We appreciate it. It's going to wrap things up for another edition of Money Talk, brought to you by NuMark Credit Union.